Hey, I was on a office hours call back on Tuesday. I had a client ask a question. I said something to her. Only about 3 hours later, she made a sale, and that sale turned into a $1,300 sale for her. I wanted to talk to you about that, what I said to her, and what she used to go make that income. It'll relate directly to your network marketing efforts. But before I actually get into all of that, one of the things I wanted to focus on first was something that came up in today's office hours. And that was the concept of starting something new. For example, if you're starting your business and one of the things that you're worried about in the moment is how do I, start getting my Instagram account making a difference? Or how do I get on Facebook and get people to pay attention to me? Or maybe how do I start a blog and get that to work or whatever it might be? There's always that apprehension everybody has, right? Before we get the process started and start getting some results. And it really comes down to more of a confidence issue. One of the things that it made me think about was, and this is amazing how the Lord works in this way so often, is when I read this morning from the book of Judges, I came across a lesson about this very thing of starting something new. And now the lesson that I learned there was talking about more on, hey, if your commitment is to read the Bible and haven't been doing it for a while and making that into a habit, but we can relate that to our businesses as well. It's very easy to get excited about a new thing we want to do in our business. And you sit down, you start writing out some goals, you make big plans. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to, go crazy and I'm going to do 3 posts a day and I'm just going to go nuts. You can relate it back to losing weight. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to make all this stuff happen. And, we make big goals and then we do it for maybe a day or two. And we find out, oh, you know what? This is really hard. I don't know if I can keep this up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do these big goals that I wrote down on my piece of paper, right? One of the things that we can do is to relax a little bit. And instead of making huge goals, make a small goal. Make something that's a little bit easier to do and make that work first and then build from there. Like, for example, if you want to read more, maybe commit to just reading a few paragraphs every morning and then putting the book away and then building it up to a page a day and then a chapter a day, that sort of thing. Or if you're looking to build your social media profiles, maybe instead of saying, I'm going to do 3 posts a day and go crazy with it, I think what I'm going to do instead is just very simply do a post and just see how it goes. If you're working full time and it's kind of tough to find time during the week, just say, you know what, I'm going to wake up on Saturday and get my first post up. And maybe I'll do another post the following Saturday. Are you going to see the same kind of growth as someone who can be more consistent more quickly? Of course not. But I'd rather have you do that than to say you're going to do something like in a superhuman way, do it for a day or two, and then lose all focus on it. And then you lose confidence. And now you start to saying to yourself all that negative stuff about, I make a commitment to myself, I never make it happen, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Do that. Build a plan out that you feel relatively sure you can do, and you can do it consistently for, say, 90 days. And then do it for those 90 days and see what happens. What you'll often find is that by doing that, you will, 30 days in, be real consistent at it, feel good about yourself, and you'll probably start ramping it up as opposed to starting too quickly and then giving up and losing all your confidence. And then you got to restart the whole deal again, right? By the way, if you're kind of suffering from that right now, a little bit of lack of confidence in yourself, your abilities as a marketer, your sales skills, how to communicate with folks, how to stay consistent, just overall confidence, put confidence in the comments below. And I'll come back and make sure you get a really cool challenge that we have going on, 5-day challenge, that'll help you overcome that confidence issue. Now, next thing, I want to tell you what happened that helped my client earn that $1,300 sale. So you were in the office hours and I asked her, hey, Cheyenne, what's her question right now? And she said, not really a question, but I got a sales call on the books and it's in a couple hours or so, and I don't want to do it. I said, what do you mean you don't want to do it? Because, up to that point, everything was all about getting her on that sales call and making things happen. And she said, I don't know. I just woke up today and I don't know. I just feel low. I don't know what to do here. And so we chatted back and forth a little bit. And there were some other folks on the call as well that were kind of cheering her on and helping her look at it a little bit differently. And finally, I just looked at her and I said, Cheyenne, I can just kind of tell by your demeanor, your energy. I think all you need to do is all this advice we've been giving you and talking about, it's been great. But I said, get out, get up and go break your state. Go take a walk. The call is in a couple of hours. Just get up and take a half an hour walk. And she loves dogs and animals. And I said, get around your animals and don't think about business. Don't think about this call. Get around nature, get around things you love, and don't worry so much about the call, what you're going to say, what questions are they going to ask you? Are you going to be able to overcome what they're asking you? Any objections, all that kind of stuff. And it was really cool. She said, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. And the next day, she made a post in our community area. And she said, hey, I got on that call. And while I didn't make my biggest sale possible, my high ticket offer she was selling, I did make a $1,300 sale. And I messaged her privately. And I said, hey, was that call we were talking about? She said, yeah. She said, thank you so much. I just took that walk, got around my animals, got me out of that funk, went and did my call, and it went great. So I just wanted to pass that on to you. As you're building your network marketing business, there's going to be times when you just don't feel like doing it. And you got to break your state sometimes. Even if you made a commitment that you were going to go do something in the business, maybe do some prospecting, get on social media, whatever it is that you said you're going to do, but you can't focus. Get out, break your state, take a walk, a run. I don't care. Just walk around your house a little bit. Walk around it a few times and look up at the sky, wherever you live, look out at nature. And you'll be amazed when you come back and you get back to work and you've just broken that funkiness out of you, what'll happen and the difference it'll make for your business. So give that a shot. And by the way, if you're struggling right now, just in the area of overall marketing, understanding how to use social media for your network marketing business, and you want to learn how to target a specific audience that'll really be the best fit for your product, your service, and you're really not sure how to learn those processes, I invite you to go ahead and put boot camp in the comments of this video. And what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll make sure you get our 5-day boot camp that teaches you very specifically how to drill into what you sell, identify who you're selling it to, very specific target market, and exactly how to speak to those people on social media so that they get what you sell. They understand that you understand their pain and their problem, and they want to use you and your product or service to solve that problem. Go ahead and go boot camp, and I'll come back and make sure you have the opportunity to go through that 5-day boot camp, get that training, gain more confidence in your marketing abilities, and we'll get you going. By the way, I created a video recently that goes into some of that. Target market, how to understand your problem, and how to communicate that problem to your audience on social media. I'll go ahead and put that right up here in the video. Go ahead and click on that as our next step, and go watch that video, get that training, and I'll see you over there. Hit that video.